Hello there, my name is Dr. Ali Mehdi and welcome to my first Java tutorial for the Programming 1 course. I'm creating these tutorials mainly for my students, but if anyone would like to join in and and have a look and might get some benefit, then you're more than welcome to do so. Right, so the first tutorial we'll be talking about printing a simple line on the screen, as we discussed in the first lecture. The program I'm using, and I also encourage you to use, is BlueJ. It's a Java compiler. There are many Java compilers, but let us use this one. It's quite easy to use this Java compiler. To install, before we talk about the programming itself, let's have a look on how to install this software or the compiler. If you just go to Google and type in BlueJ, it should come up normally as the first link or second link. Click on it, and as you can see here, you get all the versions for the BlueJ for different operating systems. So depending on your operating system, you can download the most suitable version for you. Now you also have to bear in mind that for Windows especially, you have to download something called JDK in order for your BlueJ to work. JDK will actually run the Java. You also go to Google and try to install BlueJ first, but in most cases it will not work, and it will ask you to download the JDK. So you just type in JDK, and you'll get many links, and we'll go for the first one. And here we go. You get the this JDK, or again, have a look and see what's the most suitable for you. And in both cases, for the BlueJ and for the JDK, just follow the on-screen instructions to install. If you do have problems in installing either software, then please drop me an email and I will help you. Also, actually, there's an interesting point I want to mention about the BlueJ. Now, I normally do my programming, as you can see, I'm using Mac at the moment. I normally use my MacBook, but in programming I normally use Windows, because I find that sometimes there's an incompatibility issues between Windows and Mac. So I use Windows, but I noticed with the BlueJ, I've started programming Java on my Mac. And so far, I find it exactly the same programming as Windows. So if you are a Mac user, then you should have no problem in using the version for the Mac. At the moment, I'm using this BlueJ here. So this is actually useful for us, because when it comes to sending me your assignments and homework, I should have no problem in compiling them using my MacBook. Now let us go back to the program itself. So I've already got it installed and ready. So if I double click on it, should start in a few seconds. Okay, so we've got the BlueJ here. Now, first thing you need to do when you start a new code or a new program, you should always start a new project. So you go to Project from the menu and select a new project. Now type in a name for the new project. I'll call it Tutorial 1 for now. Tutorial 1. And you can just choose this destination for it. Okay. Now we have the Tutorial 1 program or project, so we need to open a new class. You need to open an object. As we said, the classes are objects in Java, so you need to open a new object to go inside the project we created. So you click on the new class, and let's call it hello for now. Okay. You click on OK. So you've got your hello class or object here. Double click on it. Now, as you can see, you get like like a template for you. Pre-program. This is pre-programmed for you, a template that you can use It has the classes and methods. It gives you like a guideline. It could be useful, but I like to just start from scratch. So yeah, I'll just delete everything here, on here, and we start from scratch. So to create our first program, the printing line program, we start with the opening a class. Obviously, we've got a class ready. It's called Hello, inside a project called Tutorial. So now we need to start the class declaration. Now you've got to, start the class. We type in public class. And now is the important part. You've got to name your class. You've got to give it the same name as the class file name itself. So we called it Hello. We've got to open the class or create the class called Hello exactly in the same manner. Otherwise, it will not work. And we call it public. I will explain to you later in the lectures. Maybe in this week's lectures, I'll explain to you about public and private and the difference between them. And later on, we'll talk about protected classes when we talk about inheritance. Okay, let's concentrate on this one. Public class Hello. Don't forget, as I said to you in the lectures, any class you open, you've got to, or any class you create, you've got to open and close brackets, curly brackets for it. I like to do them straight away, open and close, just in case I forget. The good thing about the BlueJ, it does tell you, generally it does tell you if you have a mistake. It'll tell you what the mistakes are. I'll give you an example in a bit. Right, okay, so you've got the public class Hello, and we open and close bracket. And I did say to you, we always, in any class, we always must have one main method. So in this example of this tutorial, this will be the only method we will be using, is the main method. And it always goes like public. It goes in this syntax: public static void main. And do you remember about these brackets? I told you when you see these brackets, you've got a method, coming up, and we go string, and then we've got two of them straight brackets, args. Okay, these brackets doesn't matter. You can put them here. Oops, you can put them here, or you can put them here. It will still work in either case, or should work. Right, and then you also, for your methods, you've got to open and close curly brackets. Now we'll see how BlueJ does, sorts it out for you. So you've got, for the class, for example, you've got the brackets here. Okay, see when I clicked on this one, on this bracket here, it highlighted its match. Okay, so this is something useful, so you know when or where the method or the class end. Same if I click on this one, you get this one highlighted, and it put them in a nice way for you. So you've got the class brackets here, and then the method brackets here. If I open more class, more brackets, it'll put them inside for me, and so on. So you get like a bit of nice organization in here. Now, okay, let me delete these brackets. Okay, now so we go back to printing our first line. So we use our command system dot out dot print line, and I did say to the ln means like start the cursor on the next line. We have our brackets, and then don't forget, for the strings, we're dealing with strings now. So we have double quotation, and we type in, for example, hello world. Okay, and the program should exactly print whatever we put inside these double quotations. And now don't forget, as I said, this is a command. It's a statement. This is called a statement, which means it's a command. You're telling the program what to do. You're telling the program to print this line. So because it's a statement, you have to end it with the semicolon. Now, once you are done, you compile your program just to make sure it compiles fine with no errors. you compile, it says, okay, class compiled, no syntax errors, so hopefully we're fine. Now, if you make an error, for example, let me take the void out. Now, it shouldn't work if I take the void out. Now, if you go to compile, okay, valid method, declaration, return type, if you double click on it, well, it does tell you there's a problem here, even without double clicking it. It shows you that there is, I think, a problem here. Okay, if I take a bracket off okay, and I compile, right, it does tell you reaches end of file while passing. Now it shows you there's like a red mark on the bracket. Then you can tell, it gives you like a guideline on where your mistake is, so there is a problem with the number of brackets. So you just you're gonna have to double check and make sure it's fine. And so I'll compile again, and now see no syntax error. It automatically, once you press on compile, it will save it for you. Close this program, and we go to the file itself, to the class. Right click on it, go to void main. Click on it. Don't worry about this now, the arguments. Just press OK, and you will get the answer here. See, it printed out hello world exactly as we wanted it. If we go back and we want to change, let's say hello world, welcome to Java tutorial. Okay, and then compile. Just to save, you have to compile, just to save it. You go back, and okay, you see everything here. Save the first one for you, so you have not lost the first one, and it shows you the next line we printed. Well, the other program we did. So hello world, welcome to Java tutorial. Okay, so this tutorial was just a simple introductory tutorial on just how to get started with the BlueJ, and then later on I'm going to start publishing more and more complex tutorials, and also I will, when I set you an assignment or set you a homework, I will, once I collect all your homeworks and assignments, I will publish a solution for them using using these tutorials. And if you do have a question, you can email me at any time, as we agreed on a.media. And I hope you benefited from this tutorial, and until I see you next time, goodbye for now.